Just a few more moments, folks. For some reason, Twitter didn't want to post about the stream on my other phone. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, we're done now. Now let's turn the lens on and pray that the tracking can work. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're all good. We're all good to go. Okay, now. Salute Terence, everyone. This is Terence here. I am an idol in training, hoping to bring smiles, laughter, and joy to everyone around the world. It's nice to meet you all. And of course, we're all while playing games and doing other fun things as well. One of those fun things is this talk show called Terence Talks, which is about me talking about random things. And usually I have to pretty much think about topics on the top of my head too, because I do not plan these at all. Because I like a good authentic reactions, because, you know, we try to keep things transparent here on Terence Talks. Yep, hello Jose, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you, glad to see you. And don't worry, I wasn't ignoring you. I saw most of your earlier comments, too. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and turn on the BGM that I have playing in the background. There we go. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hello, Geyer. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing today? As for me, things have been pretty good so far. Well, we pretty much spent most of our time pretty much binging some anime, as well as picking up some new games too. Well, maybe that one game pretty much wasn't as newer than the other games, but yeah, I'd say it still counts. Here, let me move this one off here, and then I'll go ahead and move this one over here, since I can actually see the message is a little bigger. I can also just make them bigger too, like this. Just zoom it out a bit more. But then that kind of takes up a lot of the OBS screen. But I kind of like the fancy little icons a little bit more though. Made another batch of cakes. Seem to be baking well. Ah, okay, that's nice. What kind of cakes did you make? Hopefully some really neat flavors, actually. As for me, I'm not really the biggest dessert guy ever. Oh, it's an old recipe I found on YouTube called electric cake. Basically a spice cake with raisins. But a spice cake? I've never heard of a spice cake before. And I also never heard of anyone putting raisins in cake before. That's definitely new to me. I don't think I would ever try something that crazy. And that's generally because I do not like raisins that much. Or at all, honestly. What about you, chat? How many of you like raisins? As for me, I think the only thing that practically would get me to like raisins is probably oatmeal raisin cookies. Oh, let's turn down the other phone too. Yeah, I'm using the iPhone. I have two phones. Although I'm trying to get one watching for chat, then like the other for looking at chat. They both serve the same purpose. Oh yeah, don't mind the blue bars. Wow, this thing won't stay thing. Oh, let's turn off that bar. Do. Oh, you tried replacing, but you couldn't? Ah, I see. Well, hopefully it turned out slightly well. Oh, wow, I just fell off the existence, okay. Reset position. Yep, and the usual trademark scuff is here too. Love to see it. Oh, yeah. Very acrobatic. I mean, as an idol, sometimes you do have to stay as flexible as you can, I guess. Oh, yeah. As for the animes I was watching, since One Piece is on hiatus now, I pretty much had to find other animes to watch. And I'd say one of them was... Let's see if I can remember the name, because I was blazing through a lot of them. Was this one called Don, which is pretty much like a horror/alien here. And hello PSS 674. Yeah, that one. And yeah, this is obviously an episode here, in case someone apparently doesn't know how to read descriptions or read anything. I mean, there's too many people who don't know how to read things now. Like, even though you have an answer right in front of you, you need to act like you need to repeat it. Need to repeat to you. Oh yeah, I can pretty much just look up what it's about, so I can explain it better. Because I don't do a good job with that, because I always gotta try to process things through memories. What's the main plot? Okay, here we go. Alright, it says, Momo Ayase, a high school student obsessed with actor Ken Takakura, befriends a nerdy boy she nicknames Okorun instead of his actual name Ken Takakura, who mistakes her kindness for a shared obsession with paranormal phenomena. While she believes in spirits, he believes in aliens, and they... Okay, let's go to the actual Wikipedia page. Okay. Okay, now, let's reread this now. Okay, Momo Ayase is a high school girl who believes in ghosts but not aliens, while her classmate Ten Tatakura, who Momo nicknames Okorun, believes in aliens but not ghosts. In a bet to determine who is correct, the two decide to separately visit locations associated with both the occult and the supernatural, Momo visiting the former and Okorun visiting the latter. Momo is adopted by a group of aliens who accidentally unblocks her chakra, enabling latent psychic abilities. Meanwhile, Okorun is possessed by a spirit who takes over his body by using his body. By using Momo's abilities and occult's possessed form, they defeat the aliens together. The rest of the story follows the two as they team up with fellow students, friends, family, and new acquaintances to fight spirits and aliens. The overarching plot themes include the retrieval of Okorun's penis and testicles, and the development of romantic feelings between Momo and Okorun. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Wikipedia-sama. Even though some of that shit probably might be made up too. Oh, yep, another anime that I was watching too, which I can look up my Crunchyroll watch history because I have been doing a lot there. Hotmail. Oops. There we go. Nice. I wonder if this will actually show my watch history. Oh, don't worry, we're not going to show it on stream. So far, the only anime I've watched at all is the Ranma reboot. Really should look at other stuff, but so many movies to catch up on. Ah, I see. I barely watched that many movies, honestly. Oh, yep, other animes I've been watching was the newest season of Blue Exorcist. Was also really good. Then there was Shangri-La Frontier, newest season. And then there's MF Ghost, which is kind of like the unofficial sequel to Initial D, which is pretty good. Which I haven't seen a single episode of the Initial D, but I'm aware of the memes around it and the Eurobeats. Especially Deja Vu. But specifically Deja Vu, since that's the one that sticks out to me the most. And then I was also watching Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, which essentially is a sequel to actual Fairy Tail. Then I think yesterday I also watched Dragon Ball Daima, which I have to admit about Dragon Ball Daima, I kinda had my doubts about it since it wasn't really a follow-up to Super or a new season of Super, but from what I've seen about Daima so far, it's actually really freaking good. And pretty much brings back the adventure aspect to Dragon Ball that was always kind of missing in my opinion. So there's that. But hopefully a few things will start progressing. It's progressing pretty nicely though. Although I think the only thing I didn't really like about Daima would have to be let's see. It has a pretty... The first episode had a pretty slow start and pretty much just a one big recap of everything that happened in the Boo saga with slightly better animation. Is that the one with the evil Toki? Who's Toki? I can't say I remember that in my Dragon Ball. I never really did finish Initial D. Maybe I should just move onto this one. Toki, he's a bird from the Xenoverse game. I heard there was a new DB show that had an evil version. I don't think Daima has that. But I think you might be thinking about Super Dragon Ball Heroes or something. But yeah. Which, I've only seen Super Dragon Ball Heroes like here and there, so I kinda wouldn't really know about it. So there are two Dragon Ball shows. I feel they're making too much DB stuff. I wouldn't know about that. But yeah. But to be fair, Dragon Ball is very, very iconic, so that's kind of why stuff is always getting made for it, because of the sheer iconicness of it. Although I think one thing I would like to see more of as far as Dragon Ball stuff goes, it would have to be more games that aren't fighting games. Because a lot of the Dragon Ball games are pretty much fighting games, and the only recent Dragon Ball game that isn't a fighting game would have to be Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which I did play quite a bit of, and honestly, I kind of enjoyed it. Although I didn't beat it, though. I think I kind of fell off because there was too many other games coming out, and I didn't really want to get too invested into it yet. But that's kind of my own fault for always neglecting other games too. But usually I always follow off what's like the newest Nintendo thing comes off because I am a diehard supporter of Nintendo now. DB feels like it's limited to a few genre of games. The horror game? Wait, Dragon Ball has a horror game? What the hell? Okay, that's interesting. Let me see that. Okay, Google's on. Let's, Dragon Ball... horror. Oh, you mean Dragon Ball The Breakers. Oh. Oh, that's what you meant. You kind of... like, I didn't know what the hell you was talking about. Okay, you meant The Breakers. Okay. Yeah, I know about that one. That was like a Dead by Daylight with Dragon Ball. BK. Yeah, I didn't play that one, but it definitely seems kind of... It's definitely probably the most unique one that I've seen. And I hear they did add it recently, added crossplay to it, so I was thinking about getting it. And I think they also gave you ways to actually fight the villain too, which is kind of interesting. Because, you know, Dead by Daylight barely gives you options to fight villains, so at least that kind of gives it some differentiation. Although I kind of feel like that game probably would be better if it was like free to play or something. Oh yeah, speaking of anime-based games, I do kind of wish some of them weren't all fighting games either. Which I haven't been buying too many anime-based games, honestly. Because most of them were pretty much either fighting or pretty much things that I wasn't quite interested in. But that depends. Do 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 do. Although I will admit, I was kind of curious about the new Demon Slayer game that pretty much came out recently. What was it called? Hinokami Chronicles? Oh, well, let's close this browser. Yeah. You... Nope, no freezy for you. Reset position, boy. There we go. Do, do, do. Yep. Don't think I get it for 20, maybe at 10. I mean, that's up to you. Wow, holy crap. Okay. Way to fall off the universe right there. Yeah. It's okay, it's okay. As far as that... But yeah, I think another thing I kind of want to talk about is AI. Well, we didn't even start. Oh, okay, looks like we're back. Looks like we're back. I don't know what happened. Yeah, let's talk about AI. Let's talk about it. So yeah, as far as what I think about AI stuff now, I think AI stuff, it kind of depends on the execution on stuff. I think for writing stuff, I think AI is pretty good for that stuff at least. Which, as far as that goes, I'm not really the best when it comes to typing stuff out and memorizing stuff. So AI as an old definition of thinking machine, or AI as in unthinking programs that gather stuff? Pretty much both. Or how good it as it is in replicating information and stuff. I've tried it a little for writing. It seems largely to a couple sentences and start a new paragraph with just a couple sentences. Paid versions might do better. Maybe. I mean, I personally don't want to pay for AI stuff, though. But I also kind of want to talk about how scary it can be, too. Like how good it can be at replicating things, too. Like voices as well. Voices, singing, because as a guy who pretty much does watch... Oh yeah, AI art, yeah. As a guy who pretty much watches those AI-generated videos, I often get a little bit scared about how closely they can replicate certain people's voices and such. And how people can pretty much use them for malicious things. But I don't really have a problem with it as long as it's not being used for malicious things, of course. But it's definitely something, alright. I especially kind of like how voice actors also can get a little bit worried about it too. AI art can look interesting, but sadly free versions are so limited that I just gave up. Oh, I kind of stopped the whole AI art thing a while ago. I kind of stopped that a while ago, and I think a lot of times people kind of confuse it for art theft, I guess. Which I think a lot of people say AI is stealing art, I think. As for how much of it is true, I'm not too sure. But, I have no reason to believe why people aren't lying, though. But then there's also things like AI music now is a thing now, too. Yeah, apparently there is this website called Suno.com, or just Suno in general, that you can actually make music using AI. Which I actually didn't quite know about it until a viewer kind of brought it to my attention randomly during one of my streams. But that was also because I also wasn't asserting rules to hey, can you not talk about random shit during my stream while I'm playing a game? And if you are going to talk about that, at least wait for me to bring up the topic first. But I got kind of curious enough to check it out, and then I actually started making a few songs on there. And basically how it works is that you pretty much type something in a little description box and then try to submit what you then submit it, and then the AI itself will start making a song based on what you put in the text. Which that's kind of cool, but also kind of crazy how they can pretty much make a song based off how little or no information you can pretty much make there. And don't worry, the song you're listening to isn't made from AI, it's from Sonic Frontiers. It's pretty much the fishing area in Sonic Frontiers, actually. I specifically chose this music, mostly because I think it would be really good for chatting. Opposed from the lazy version of my BGM, which is my be right back scream. There we go. I like AI for people who don't have a lot using it to do work they can't afford. I just don't trust companies not to decide they can lay off their creators. Of course. AI can destroy creativity. So what would you use it for? To make songs? Yeah, the website is mostly for making songs and such. I think some people on there pretty much also made like 3-minute songs. Most of what I did technically have was a bunch of 1-minute songs, if I remember correctly. But it's also been like a really long time since I logged in, so I can't really say for sure. But overall, my stance on AI is, as long as it's not used for anything malicious or taking people's lives or all that crazy shit. No real problems with it. But if people do start using AI for it, that's kind of where I have to draw the line. But then again, that's not the AI's fault. It's the people who uses it for that shit, though. In other words, with great power comes great responsibility, like Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, too. Still probably one of my favorite Spider-Man movies compared to the newer ones, but I haven't seen that much of the newer ones either. I can see that I'm never going to have time to learn how to play anything. May as well use AI to make my own songs. Yep, that's practically it. Do 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 do. Oh yep, and then other favorite Spider-Man movies. I think the other ones I have not seen would have to be Into the Spider-Verse as well. I have yet to see that one. And I think that's where they introduced Miles Morales as Spider-Man too, as well as Spider-Gwen. And let's not talk about the Spider-Man games. which they're mostly good. They're mostly good, although holy crap, the budget on those games is nuts. I think the was pretty cool. Although I have to admit, the newest one that came out with was pretty cool, especially with that huge Sandman fight, which I'd say was absolute cinema right there. And my favorite Nicolas Cage Spider Noir. Oh, is that another Spider-Verse one? I don't think I've heard of that one. Although the thought of Nicolas Cage being Spider-Man kind of just gave me massive flashbacks to that awful Ghost Rider movie he was in. I don't think I ever want to see Nicolas Cage ever play a superhero ever again after seeing that god-awful movie. First of the modern games was fun. Miles' game was alright, but felt like repeatedly first game ground. Need to play too. Oh, yep, I'll probably have to get around to playing 2 off my free time as well. My bucket list is way too huge to try out new games though. So I'm just like finding new ones. Oh, and welcome back, Jose. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of this other chat here, too. There we go. There we go. I mean, I do kind of like the Streamlabs one a little bit better. He did a good, edgy film, 1930s Spider-Man detective. Okay. I guess it's probably because he has the voice of someone from the 1930s, I guess. I can imagine that's probably why. Oh yeah, but is our talks confusing you too, Jose? I mean, is there so much English in the chat that you're suddenly forgetting your Spanish now? Well, there goes the Spanish, but you know. Do you want to play Eternal Doom? Oh, you mean Doom Eternal? Nah, no thanks. I don't play that many first-person shooters that much. Sometimes when I do play them for a bit, I do get a little bit of motion sickness from them, and my aim and reflexes aren't the best when it comes to shooters most of the time. I mean, you should probably see me play Apex Legends, honestly. My skills in that game are really bad. Which, as far as that goes, I still like playing shooters though. Just not that many competitive first-person ones. Although speaking of that, I know that a lot of people been playing a lot of Fortnite lately. which I think for the hell of it, I think maybe we might do a Fortnite stream again, but I'm thinking of probably bringing back Lego Fortnite somewhere around later this month. Because they actually did add a new, like, biome / location to it, so I'm kind of curious to see what it's like. Oh, yep, for those who don't know what Lego Fortnite is, it's essentially a open world survival crafting game opposed to regular Fortnite, which is a battle royale with some crafting mechanics in it. So yeah. And I've also played the game quite a few times with a Reku. We pretty much ended up beating most of the game together. I'm going to take a bath. See you if you're still there. Yep, sounds good, Jose. Sounds good. Although I will tell you though, most of my Terence Talks episodes aren't really known for being super long, so this might be kind of goodbye. By that I mean usually we go for maybe an hour and 30 minutes and such. Maybe an hour and 30, maybe, or so. Yep, imagine pretty much just spending several times just doing nothing. But that's okay though, because I'm not really the kind of guy who likes to plan talking streams or chatting streams that much. Because I like to keep what I think and what I do transparent. You know, I like to be transparent with you guys as much as I can. That way we can all get to know each other quite a lot. But I also have to set a little bit of boundaries to say, hey, we're not friends. I mean, just because I like talking to you guys does not mean we're super high friends or anything like that. Fortnite I could play, but I play just as a sacrifice to all the other players. I will be one of the stones that step over to move on. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm pretty dog water at Fortnite too, so I won't go as far as say that I'm perfect at it. But Fortnite does have bots in it, just in case some people are really bad at getting kills and such. Which I know some people some super try-hard players here don't like bot lobbies. Oh, I didn't really do a flip. I just fell from existence. I guess that kind of happens when I lean too much outside the camera's view. But yeah, I am using my incredibly cheap webcam for this one. Well, the webcam that I do have is better than the one that's built into the laptop, so I kind of use this one quite a bit. Although I am gonna try to save up money for a slightly better webcam than this. Here's some of the Elgato ones are pretty good. and practically won't lose tracking after like 2 seconds. Kind of like what this one does. And this one I kind of bought recently. It's I think it's called EnVtuber something or other. Apparently it actually records 4K. But when I actually did technically do the thing minus the tracking and such, the quality itself didn't really look all that 4K though. So I kind of feel like I may have gotten bamboozled from that camera. Kind of what happens when you buy most of your stuff on eBay, huh? Do. Oh yeah, I'm kind of curious about how the audio sounds actually. Okay, I think it sounds okay. How about we make you a little bit louder? Okay. Nothing too overpowering. Okay. Good. As long as I'm still louder, that's all good. Do. Okay. So yeah, I think as far as Sonic Frontiers' music goes, I think as far as the music goes, I'd say Sonic Frontiers' music is really freaking good. And it pretty much got like really cheated out by so many other games in that Game Awards that was last year. Like no one brought up how good Sonic Frontiers' soundtrack was. Especially during those supersonic battles too. Like exploring the islands had like really Breath of the Wild themes going for it as far as the music goes, and it's really unfortunate about it. So yeah. I'm just trying to give it the... Oh, the PS5. Let's go into rest mode. No rest mode. No rest mode. Oh, crap. The PS5 decided to betray me at the last minute. Yeah, that's how I was playing the music from it. Come on, buddy. You can do it. So how do you use a webcam? Do you attach it to where your PC would be angled somewhere else? Yep, exactly. Technically more of a laptop than anything else, but yeah. There you go. Now we're back.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
Yeah, no thanks, Big. Yeah, it's like it's been on there for so long, it decided to just quit. Give up on me midway. And I bet some of you are probably wondering, why didn't you just download the music from that? Why didn't you just find the music online and download it from there? And the answer to that is because this was much faster. I kind of don't feel like overloading my laptop with more download files than I already do. And that was Big the Cat's voice, by the way. Yeah, it's the fishing minigame. Here, I'll show you briefly. And by briefly, I mean not that much. There you go. There you go. There's the fishing minigame. Okay, back to the office. Yeah, that was quite a little hiccup right there. Especially when PS5 decided to just go into rest mode randomly. But that's okay. That's okay. Although, personally, I do kind of like Big's new voice and role to the Sonic because, man, was it creepy and annoying to have him constantly talk about Froggy all the time in Sonic Adventure 1. Hey, Froggy! Have you seen my Froggy? And then you have to play those those fishing mini games throughout most of it. Yeah, Big's story arc in Sonic Adventure 1 was probably the worst out of most of them. And I would never play that shit again. As far as my other memories go, I think Sonic Adventure 1 probably had a really fucking good soundtrack too as well. Probably one of my favorite soundtracks. I especially enjoyed it when I first played it on the Dreamcast. Still pretty much one of my favorite Dreamcast games ever. Then Sonic Adventure DX kind of came out too on GameCube, but then also got a few re-releases as well. Which by then, not really sure how I would feel about playing it now. Although as far as Sonic games go, I would definitely want to try out Superstars. If for those of you who also don't know what Superstars is, that's pretty much the newest 2D Sonic game that came out. Which, as someone who does enjoy 2D Sonic, I didn't really pick it up because I heard a lot of bad reviews for it. How can many still be played without unofficial emulators? Oh, yep. Without emulators, most of these games practically can't really be played. The only thing you can do is just pray that they get re-released. Re-released or get like an HD remaster or a remake. So, yeah. Yeah, after seeing some of the reviews on Sonic Superstars, I kinda didn't really feel like I probably should play it. But that's okay. I think I will try it again someday. Yep, 1 second. I have a freaking big centipede here. Okay, I'm back now. I had to pretty much mute the mic because I didn't want you guys hearing me step on that centipede that was crawling around my freaking room. Oh, way to turn your neck like the other way. Come on, tracking. Well, yep, there we go. There we go. Do your setups like always. Yep, always want to disobey me when I don't want you to disobey me. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. This is why I back up every game I buy. Oh, you like to buy digital ones and then save them on a hard drive or something? Oh yeah, Sonic games are also fun to watch because of how fast they are. As well as some of the exploration that's also put into them. It's no Metroidvania, but it's always kind of cool to see how many paths there are in it. Yep, I have so many SSDs these days. Ah, I see. Now, can you buy me one? I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. I mean, especially with mine. Yeah, I think maybe I'll probably have to go get like a second hard disk drive too, since the one I'm using also kind of filling up too with all the recorded VODs I have on them. Pretty soon it's gonna be like 2 years worth of them. And I'll probably try to get one that's like maybe higher than like maybe 10 terabytes, but then but I got a lot of saving up to do. A lot of outlets and plugs here too. I got quite a few devices in my bedroom actually. Which I can probably name some of them if I really wanted to. Yeah, and then the hard drives are so slow. Tech needs to advance faster. oh, that would be kind of impossible, honestly. Yeah, imagine telling technology to be technology faster. Hey, you're too inconvenient to me. Can you actually load faster, please? I got shit to do. I don't have time to sit around for like 5 minutes waiting for the thing to load. Here, come on, technology, be techie faster. How dare you be slow on me? Yeah, man. Although I don't really think I could probably do that for technology, though. I'm pretty much grateful for it because... But yeah. Pretty much grateful for it because I can pretty much do Vtubing and streaming and such. But of course, the painful thing about technology is that it takes... so much work to get it to work too, and then sometimes by the time it does work or get everything perfectly, it just decides to crash on you last minute. Yep, sorry to hear that your hard drives aren't really running that fast. Yep, just needed to check on that real quick. That's okay. But I'm also... Oh yeah, that reminds me. Daylight Savings Day is officially over now. Which I kinda miss, honestly. Mostly because once it turns like 5 o'clock or something, it gets dark really freaking fast. Like, it gets dark really fast to the point where 8 p.m. starts to feel like 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. and it's still actually 8 p.m. Like, especially when you see like the stars coming out and you want to go do some last minute shopping, and then once you do the last minute shopping, everything starts getting dark super fast. And then you're stuck walking home in the dark. Which, walking home in the dark is very isn't safe for me because I get really jumping at night times. It does, and daylight savings day throws me off even more. Yeah, I know, right? I think if there's anything I practically don't really miss about not having it is pretty much getting extra daylight. Which it's kind of unfortunate that daylight now, for most of the year, daylight is gonna be going things here. I'm a bit weird. I kind of like dark streets, even though I know it's not safe. I mean, to each their own, of course. I mean, maybe it's just the ambience of pitch blackness, and then you have this one light coming in. Although, the ambience of something that's dark also does kind of scare me too, a little way. Like, you have this really freaking bright light shining on this building, making it look way darker than it is, and then you probably will get jump scared from something that jumps out of the darkness. If that were the case, I would probably be scared too. That would be pretty much a good prank video material from people. Which I know there's a lot of people who probably do prank videos. As funny as some prank videos are, they definitely just makes me think these people are gonna go to hell for doing most of this stuff. Which, as far as a prank video goes, I do remember watching this one show on MTV called Punk'd. Which, that show, which pretty much had Ashton Kutcher pretty much going around pranking celebrities too. Yep, a celebrity pranking other celebrities. Who would have thunk it? One of them actually got hurt because he scared the wrong guy. Do not recommend. Yep, I wouldn't recommend that either. And turn down the volume a bit more. There we go. Do 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 do. Oh, yep. And I'd say I don't think I've seen any episodes of it since, but I do remember the shows being pretty funny, though. Especially at the end when Ashton pretty much just comes up and says, "You just got punked." Although I can't really recall a single one that pretty much stuck out to me as a favorite, though. Because the show is really, really old. But it's also one of those really good memories too, as well. Do, do, do. Oh, and I think there was one episode where where they actually prank some football players, as in trying to do like a tackle or something. And then I remember the one with Michael Strahan tackling guy really freaking hard to the point where he couldn't get up. And then some other people start coming out and said, "What did you do to him? What did you do to this man?" And he wasn't getting it up and say, "What do you want me to do about it?" And stuff. And then he stopped panicking more and more and more to the point where he actually did come out and said, "Hey, you just got punked." Oh yeah, good times, all right. But yeah, pretty good memories of MTV. Nowadays, I barely watch any MTV though. But I think nowadays I don't really watch that much TV now. YouTube, Hulu, and Crunchyroll are pretty much my TV now. Oh yeah, let me plug you in. Why the hell does this thing keep coming loose? Okay. I felt like that should have led to the football players blinking and just picking him up. Oh, they didn't do that at all. They just started getting agitated and started asking questions to the point where they kept pissing him off. They were just being really freaking annoyed with him for tackling that guy. Or attempted a tackle of it. It was like a really fake tackle though. But yeah. But yeah, speaking of pranks, I think there was also some of the not sure if anyone remembers this show. It's called Jackass, and they pretty much do like stunt, which is pretty much in a really old MTV show about doing pranks and stunts that are really weird. Almost to the point where they actually had full-on movies of it too. But I can't really say I remember which ones were my favorite, because each one of them was like really freaking ridiculous. I think the one I probably might remember the most, and what I also kind of think is kind of stupid, was Johnny Knoxville pretty much dressing up into a suit of armor, having a sword, and pretty much just having a bunch of Komodo dragons actually trying to beat him. And he called the whole thing saying, "Hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville and we're gonna slay some dragons." And by that he meant Komodo dragons. For traditional shows, only I have time to watch just one things. Aren't Komodos venomous? Let's look that up, actually. Let's look up that. Alright, Google, I'm gonna need you to be my friend for this again. Are Komodo dragons venomous? Searching it. Okay, according to AI here, the AI over here, yes, it says, yes, Komodo dragons are venomous. Research has confirmed that they possess venom glands in their lower jaws, which relieves a toxin that prevents blood clotting. contributing significantly to their ability to kill prey through massive blood loss and shock. And of course, according to the impact on humans here, while a Komodo dragon bite can be extremely dangerous to humans, the venom itself is not considered the primary cause of death, but rather the combination of the bite wound and potential bacterial infection. So yeah. On humans, you just get like bacterial infections from their blood to the point where they'll bleed out and die, not really dying from poison itself. Okay, the function of the venom at least. The venom itself helps immobilize prey by inhibiting blood clotting, making it easier for the Komodo dragon to consume its meal. I'm assuming the glands were removed or he was very foolish. I mean, most of the stuff they do in Jackass is foolish, so... So I'm pretty sure that he probably knew that shit was dangerous and pretty much just did it for the clout. But at least he had some protection and stuff, at least. So he didn't get seriously killed or injured, though. Like I'd say, most of the foolish things they do is pretty much just run around public naked doing things, as well as doing really weird stunts and pranks that probably look like they cost a lot of money. From skateboard pranks, like anything that has a wheel on it or anything that has wheel, they'll try to use some type of device to get the wheel to goof super fast while they're on it and then freaking crash into something stupid. Or make some type of device that's just designed to be stupid too. Yep, especially pretty much let animals bite them in two. I think there was also this one episode where Steve-O pretty much dives into an ocean full of sharks. It was never my kind of show, but I had to agree with a reviewer that they did go all out on it. Oh yeah, definitely. The stuff they did in there was really freaking funny and entertaining to watch. But I don't think they do it anymore, too. Which is good, considering that you gotta pretty much preserve your youth and such. I think Steve-O now pretty much does like podcasts and stuff and interviews. And practically has some really, really wild stories about what they did. But that's just what I've heard recently and what I dug up recently. Oh yeah, I think I should also talk about some plans for this month. Yep, let's talk about some plans for this month. Well, I'm not sure if anyone's seen it, but I have posted my schedule for this week on my community page, which I'll go ahead and put it up now. Well, I can. Still have time. Well, I have plenty of time, I just don't use it right. Okay, browse through here. And then screenshots. And now we just scroll through the end. No, pictures, boy, pictures. Now scroll through the endless wheels. Until we find the schedule section, which I have everything in alphabetical order, so it's easier to find. Just because you have something in alphabetical order doesn't mean it's spelled right either. Here we go. Boom! And there's the schedule right there, folks, for this week. Let me overlap myself over it. There we go. Okay, let's move myself a little bit over there. And then we'll go ahead and zoom ourselves out a little bit here. Yeah, I kind of don't really like how that template makes me look so angry. Which I'm usually never that angry, honestly. Which, someone actually made that for me for free. I think her name was Glorious Sublime or something. There we go. There we go, okay. Alright, so for the past 3 days, there won't be any streams. Which, I usually try not to stream around Monday through Wednesday because I need some time to work on some YouTube shorts and some videos. Which will probably have something cooking up sometime around maybe December or January. Which, the thing that I usually use, CrossClip, has been giving me a lot of shit, so I haven't been able to make any YouTube shorts or post any new clips on TikTok or any YouTube shorts lately because of that. But I do have an editor that kinda reached out to me offering his freaking services, so we'll try to work something out around that time. But yep. Okay, for Thursday here, folks, we are playing Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door at 7 p.m. EST. Which we're gonna try to get to chapter 4 for hopefully around the time we stream it. I can't say I remember that much about the Thousand Year Doors chapter 4 though. I think if I remember correctly, the boss of that chapter is actually a ghost, I believe. But I could be wrong on that. And we also get like a new partner in there too. And then Friday, we'll be playing Monster Hunter Rise with Mario-san. Which, even though I'm technically done with Monster Hunter Rise, because we managed to hunt like every freaking monster in the game, we still have a few things we gotta do. Although we haven't done every quest in the game though, and that's gonna be like half forever though. So yep, we're gonna be playing Monster Hunter Rise together and see if we can clear out some more event missions as well as some really hard missions too. And when I say like every monster in the game, I'm also referring to like the risen elder dragons too, which those guys are really freaking hard. Which I won't spoil anything. You'll have to go back to my previous VODs and see for yourself. And then Saturday will be a Terence Talks with our guest Inochi, which I think for this episode I will be using my Live 2D model for. for it since I did put the live 2D in the thumbnail. Although the real question is how well our live 2D will be able to run while streaming and recording everything at the same time. Hopefully it runs pretty well. But hey, if the last time we demonstrated actually worked out, I think it's pretty good. Oh, I believe that's just on his own channel. But we'll see, though. I mean, usually when I do these Terence Talks episodes, the people usually don't stream their POVs most of the time. And there's only like a handful of people that did it. But yeah. And Sunday we'll be playing Mario and Luigi Brothership. Which I kind of always wanted to do a Mario and Luigi game. Game on the channel before, but couldn't really do so because, well, the only one I can actually play would have to be Superstar on the GBA. And that's on like the Nintendo Switch Online thing. So yeah, there's that. Which I'm looking forward to seeing because from what I've seen from the game so far, it looks really freaking good. So yeah, that's gonna be all for this week. And we can make you disappear now. Well, actually, let's go ahead and just get rid of the whole thing entirely. That way we can just zoom ourselves in a little faster. I'm big again. A little too big, actually. There we go. Justice for Luigi, or at least throw him a bone. Well, actually, Mario and Luigi Dream Team pretty much centered some of his powers and stuff around Luigi. Which, that game pretty much tried to be like a huge follow-up to Bowser's Inside story. But instead of Bowser, you pretty much had Luigi. But you didn't really go inside Luigi and do things. You just entered like a little dream world that was similar to what you would do in Bowser's Inside story and pretty much progress through some of the game that way, as well as the usual overhead stuff you see in the traditional Mario and Luigi games. Which, as far as what my favorite game in the Mario and Luigi series goes, I want to say Superstar is also my favorite game in the series because I didn't really like how gimmicky the series got as it progressed, but I wouldn't say that the other games were bad, though. And by gimmicky, I mean like once they start making like the DS versions of them and DS versions and started implementing touchscreen controls to them, I kinda didn't really get into them as much, especially Partners in Time. Partners in Time would have to be like my least favorite one because you had to control like both Mario and Baby Mario and Luigi and Baby Luigi at the same time in battles, and constantly trying to play as them and would constantly get my buttons mixed up to the point where I just got confused. That style of play has always been pretty complicated for me. But with that, I really did like how the Partners in Time did have like the bro items, and the whole bro items were like pretty much like playable limit breaks from Final Fantasy. But I also kind of like how Bowser the Inside Story just turned the bro items into full-on bro attacks as well. So you didn't have to worry about collecting and buying more of them just to use them. They were actually part of the characters. So yeah. Also, I think Bowser's Inside Story probably may have had like the best final boss out of all the games too. Although final boss in Dream Team was pretty epic too as well. And by that I mean, yep, I'll go ahead and spoil it. The final boss in Dream Team is actually Bowser with freaking rainbow colors, and he's really fucking hard. He has a lot of attacks, and then he also has the power to practically manifest his army while being fused with the whole Dreamstone thing that was in Dream Team. So a lot of his attacks were very much like his Bowser Inside Story counterpart. So I'm highly looking forward to trying out Brothership out of all the stuff I'm playing though. Also, it's been like a good couple years since we've seen a new Mario and Luigi game too, so I'm really happy to hear that they actually brought back some of the people who worked at AlphaDream to work on the game. And apparently new information surfaces on who's actually making the game. It's actually this company called Acquire, and I kind of want to look up what they do. Let's see what. Oh crap, I jumped the gun on that one. On what I pressed there. Oh yeah, let's see. Mario and oh yeah, Brothership. Okay, there we go. Okay, it says so third-party studios make Mario games. It's mostly like a combination of first and second party studios. Although expecting me to know how that works is kind of hard though. Okay, yep, it's okay, according to Wikipedia, the game's being developed by Acquire, which apparently they're known for their Tenchu games and Way of the Samurai. Apparently they also made the Akiba's Trip games too, which I think is kind of cool. Oh yeah, those games were pretty funny, now that I think about it. There we go. And their parent company is Gung Ho Entertainment. Tenchu is still a thing. Barely. Yep, they're barely a thing, actually. But let's see. I don't even remember the last time I've seen a Tenchu game, actually. But I do know about the Way of the Samurai games a little bit, because I did play their spin-off game called Katana Kami, which is like a roguelike set in the Samurai Way of the Samurai universe, I believe. Which that game's pretty much like a roguelike where you actually do fight like demons and such too. Pretty cool game, pretty cool game. Oh, apparently they also made Octopath Traveler as well. Helped co-develop that game, so they do have some experience in the RPG department, which is good. Oh yeah, it's mostly a roguelike game where you do play as a samurai and you pretty much go down to like a dungeon, pretty much fight demons and such, and then collect money to help pay off a debt of a blacksmith who's in debt with the capital or something like that. One of those lines, if I remember correctly. I'll probably might have to do like maybe like a video of me actually playing it just to show what it's like. But back to Mario and Luigi. I could probably say for sure that my favorite game in the Mario Luigi series is definitely the first game, followed by Bowser's Inside Story, then Dream Team, and then lastly followed by Partners in Time. That would be my unofficial Mario RPG tier list if I were able to do one. So yeah. But it looks like it's been like an hour and 30 minutes now, so I think we can probably go ahead and end here. I did say we weren't going to go for that long after all, since I can almost never hold a conversation longer than 3 hours. Yep, I apologize to Jose as well. So yeah, folks, we're gonna be ending here pretty much now. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. And oh yeah, another thing I'll probably have to announce to November 20th, I will be streaming, and that will be my birthday stream, my actual birthday stream. So we haven't made any plans for that, but big plans. November 20th is my birthday stream. So yeah, folks, I'll see you guys when I see you next week, probably this coming Thursday. So until then, folks, take care and enjoy the rest of your days. This is Terence signing out. See you next stream. Also, be sure to check out all my socials and subscribe to the channel for more streams and whatnot. Let's close that. Do do do. Oh, good. This is actually kind of faster then. Okay. Now then, let's see who we can redirect to. You know, it would be hilarious if I just actually rated Haka right now. But now let's do someone we haven't done before. Yeah, let's do Jonkin. Okay. And now we can end proper. Bye-bye, folks.